Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, May the 20th. Happy and good morning, everybody. Morning bell went off about 2 minutes ago. Let's see where we're at. Yahoo Finance. We had a good start, good momentum start with the Dow futures and S&P 500 futures this morning. Dow gain was about 270 points, and I want to say that Target and Lowe's, they have a reading coming up. So their earnings reading is coming up. So if you have invested in their stock, expect for it to go up. It's normally what happens during their reading. Let's see, that's 3 hours ago, 1 hour ago. Stock market news, live update, stock futures push higher. Stock futures rose Wednesday morning, reversing some of Tuesday's losses that sent each of the Dow and S&P 500 off more than 1% by closing. Yeah, it did get kind of small yesterday. At the end, let's check where we are on our account. Currently in one play right now. I'm in one play to sell a call. I ended up buying three contracts yesterday for Starbucks, and I believe I bought them at $50 a piece, so I spent $150 in total. And this morning I put in to sell each of those calls for $80, for 80 cents times 100 shares, which is $80. So right now it's at 51 cents for $51 or 52 cents, $52. So in order, if this, right now the stock is slightly going down, but basically I put in a call saying that so it spiked up highly this morning. So by the time I put in my call, it didn't jump up this high yet. So basically I put in the call saying that it's going to get about this high, $77 and around 20 cents. Of course I put in my sell bid a little too late. So still got 2 days for it to reach where I want it to, but hopefully this sells today and I won't have to wait for another day. So hopefully when this gets around $77.20, between 15 and 20 cents, it should sell for 80 cents per contract. So right now it's at 49 cents. Still not sweating it. It's just the beginning of the day. So checking the account, make sure I do have my day trade, my 1 day trade. Yep, I got 1 day trade left, so I'm gonna maximize that today, and I'm gonna use that today. So I have to analyze in which way I am going to use it. And I think I'm gonna go tech today. I'm unsure if I'm going with Micron Technology or AMD. I think I did Micron last time, and I think I ended up taking a loss last time. No, just had a $10 gain last time I did Micron. So I ended up buying for $78 and sold for $88. So it was a short gain. Looking for another gain as well today. My goal is to gain capital by the end of this month so I could use my gains to start purchasing more stock so I could buy more shares in the companies that I choose to buy stock in as an owner of the company. Because that's what you are when you buy stock into a company. You are an owner. So looks like AT&T is going down a little bit. Had a small down. So if I was to put in a put option saying that AT&T is going to go down some more, let's see what the cost is that AT&T would cost if I was to say that it's going to go down to $29 even. So a put option for AT&T to go down to $29 even. Right now it costs 26 cents times 100 shares, which would be $26. If I was to put in a call option saying that AT&T is going to go up to $29.50, it would cost right now 19 cents times 100 shares, which would be $19. But the thing is, once it hits $29.50, it wouldn't give me much of a gain due to current volatility in this market. So if we go back and see how many are currently buying, see currently right now the volume of people that are buying and selling AT&T stock is 2.17 million, and the average is 38.15 million. So it's it's not a lot of volume, a lot of traffic in this specific stock. So the outcome or the funds available for gain is very small. Let's check out some news. See what's available in the news. Don't forget about Robinhood did start doing fractional shares. It's where you could pie out or divvy out the amount of a dollar that you want to go to a specific company that you have interest in. They just now started introducing it as a new feature. So investing, I think gaining wealth over time, a good idea is to buy stock and to hold the stock to a good price point where it matures a lot and you sell it at a good high point, or you hold on to it for years and just let it keep climbing. Um, oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the fractional shares is it's awesome. I actually have an account with another brokerage called M1 Finance. M1 Finance is really good for like a mobile app, but you can also get onto the platform just by using a web browser. But pretty much the same thing. Robinhood did the same thing. You basically take $1, or you could take $10 and you could pick 5 companies, and you could just put $2 in each of those companies, and each time that you set funds aside, you could just keep on putting money inside the 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 fractional share circle, and you could just divvy up how much money that you want to go to one specific stock, and it's really cool. That way you won't have to focus on just buying one stock, or like what I'm doing to build capital to buy stocks, which is options trade or trade options. Yeah, it's a really cool feature. So that's something that they have that they've been introducing for a while now. I think they came out with it back in. I started seeing it like on my tab back since February, I think. Yeah, they may have had it before then, but I started seeing it around February. Remember, if you have an account, to invite a friend using your account, you can go up here and click free stock, and then kind of like your code for uh, an invitation of an account to give to somebody if they open up an account. You get a free stock, and they get a free stock as well. And the stock is normally around $5 a share, sometimes even higher. So, 3 hour news. Lowe's beats sales estimate as lockdown spur homes spur home improvement spending. Yeah, Lowe's and Home Depot, they had a good jump up since lockdown went up. It gave people that were stuck at home enough time to be at home and start improving or fixing things around the home. So I even found myself at Home Depot a couple times. U.S. borrowers in hardship jump in April. So it's a lot of economic analysts that have been studying um, our spending behaviors, and they think a lot of hardship was displayed back in April due to what we were spending and how we were spending. Top movers in the market uh, today, since the futures market was gave a good, excellent push this morning, which is yeah, it was pretty cool. I like that. Gave it a good momentum for the start of the day. As far as I could tell right now, most of my watch list that I've been watching, most of it is in the green. So it gave the S&P 500 and the Dow a great push this morning. Nasdaq as well. Sorrento Therapeutics, they have had a 15% decline, while VBI vaccines have had a 10% incline. Let's see what VBI vaccines are. It's a lot of companies that have been working, trying to get government contracts to work on getting a vaccine for COVID 19, and it's a few companies that did end up getting government backing to for that go ahead. Looks like this company is based out of Massachusetts, but the VBI new common stock. This specific one is out of Canada for some reason, but it says its headquarters is in the U.S. here in Massachusetts in Cambridge. But I know one of those companies that did get a the go ahead from the government was, I think it was Gilead. Do I still have that on here? Gilead, I don't see it. What's SC? C limit? Oh, not C limit. Looking for Gilead. I'll probably stop following it. Here it is. Is this it? No, that's GW Pharmaceuticals. They've been going up as well too. But it's a lot of companies that have started doing research trying to come up with this vaccine, and is Gilead and someone else. They plan on doing a like a not just a vaccine for COVID, but they're also working on a vaccine for I think HIV as well. That's Gilead, and it's another company that I read. I can't think of their name. I know they're based out of Maryland because the technicians come from um, the University of Maryland, pharmaceutical techs. But yeah, so I did read something this morning that gold and silver are up. So most likely, oil, petroleum is going to be slightly down this morning. I see that Whiting Petroleum is down. Oasis Petroleum is up 2%, but they're hanging around 50 cent per share. I think I might hop on them. They might they might make it out this crisis. If I was to buy a 100 stock of them for $55, hold on to it. Let's see what their yearly high is. The yearly high is just $5, $5.92. So even if they was to make it to a third of that, would be a gain. If they was to make it to $1, it'd be a gain. But this company specifically, it did not start. It was founded in 2007, so it did make it out of the 2008 2009 crash, but it hasn't had a lot of. It's still a kid company, I should say. I hate to say it like that, but it's still a kid company. Company's 12, 13 years old. So we look at the 5 year, see how they've been doing. Yeah, the highest they've been is around $15, $16. So they were kicking butt back in 2016. check out other news. Check out some more news. Currently at 258. Nothing else is popping. Cloud brands are out. Nope. Inside Facebook and private equity. 8.8 billion. Bet on India's richest man. I don't know what that means. I will be interested in this. Futures jump as investors hold out for recovery. That's when the S&P went up 1.5% today. Or they say about points. It's up 150 points. I'll be thinking that's a lot. So did you see where Amazon is talking to J.C. Penney? Amazon is trying to increase their clothing line, and J.C. Penney's is closing, I think, like 200 stores. Bezos is always looking for a way to make more money. Bezos is looking for a way to make more money. He currently owns 16% of the shares of the company that he started, and he holds that amount of shares, 16%, just so he could continue to be the owner of the company with the most shares. Because if you have the most shares, the owner or the CEO most likely always has the most shares in the company. If someone has more shares than him, then he would no longer be the owner. But what I found is that Amazon, as brick and mortar companies are closing, Amazon is starting to buy them up so they could use the commercial real estate that these companies uh, have or used to have. They're not only looking to acquire J.C. Penney as they're closing and they're going out of business, but they're also trying to acquire AMC movies, because with AMC movies being hit like they're hit right now, they're they're about to go out of business, so they're looking to acquire them as well, and to have um, Amazon's studio movies specifically just ran on their platform as well. So yeah, they're always looking to acquire. So as these brick and mortar companies start closing up, if they don't last, they're gonna get swept up, bought out. Try to be bought out anyway. Yeah, I saw that though. Yeah, that actually came out a few weeks ago, probably about three or 4 weeks ago, when AMC, they're trying to hold on because it's I think when the Trolls animated movie Trolls tour around the world, when they came out, they they actually said, well, it was scheduled to come out in theaters. They had this contract with AMC, and it was scheduled to come out in theaters. So what they did was they said, well, we'll still bring it out on theaters when the theaters open back up. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and release it on a digital download. And when they released it on the digital download, it ended up making more money than their previous troll movies made. So they're like, well, dang, do we even need to have this contract with AMC? That's just, and they was like, yeah, let's just have all our movies for digital download. So, and do the release in the movie theater, so those that want to go out and have a good time and watch it in the movie theater, but those that want to just enjoy it at the comforts of their own home, they'd be able to do that too. And AMC didn't like that because, of course, digital download, anything that goes to home first or for rental first, it's going to be a business threat to a company that relies on those ticket sales and concession sales as well. So I was like, it makes sense. It makes sense. Matter of fact, I'll see if I can find that real quick. Amazon might purchase AMC. Amazon buying Emma, not with Mike. Mike, yeah, put May instead. Amazon owner movie theaters. Amazon owned movie theaters. So it looks like they've been talking about it some more. So it's been in talk for a day ago, also 18 hours ago, but they actually started talking a few weeks ago about it. 3 reasons why Amazon won't buy AMC. Says Amazon actually buys AMC theaters. So it's a lot of companies that if Amazon make a move like that, they would be shook as companies going out of business. Normally, a business for any type of competition, a business would normally buy out their business and or extend offer of some type of partnership like they have done with like Whole Foods to to be able to sell using their platform or to use their platform or their facility as a storage as well. So, but normally they buy them out. They buy them out and then they bench them. That's normally what happens. So I'm not gonna stay on here long today. I'm gonna give a afternoon update this afternoon. See what type of see what we could mess with this afternoon when it comes to investing in these options. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll answer them when I get back, and I'll also go over the latest news is that dropped on us between now and this afternoon.